Morgen, lieben Kinder, das ist Morgengrat. Welcome everyone, dacha, всем привет и добро пожаловать. So, today we're playing Empire with some flagellants, with the generic lord, who knows his name, this is a legendary guy. The forever victim, the forever victor, he's everything. So we're playing against Norska, led by Sarmatian. Quite competitive player, maybe some of you know this fella. He's quite experienced, participating in a lot of tournaments. So I took my time, it's like 5-7 minutes to pick up my army, because I'm not playing Empire since Warhammer 1. And I had to think about it. Well, actually I gotta say that Empire at the current state, I really like the race. It's not so overpowered as it used to be in Total Warhammer 1, when it was like dominating with their these great swords. Anyagi, man, I hate you. You did that just too well with Demigreaves, with some musketeers and great swords, and these forever charges with the Griffin. Okay, no need to be remembering sad times. So now Empire, I find it quite balanced race, so I pick it quite a lot, but not yet sure how to use it against every single race. So here we can see some berserkers as a front line, infantry front line, supported with some female warriors, armored with magical armor piercing damage. Then we've got a shaman of metal, and Moro the Chieftain, supported with 2 spearman units from behind. And here comes the surprise. There are two hound units on the left flank and two werewolves, skin wolves. So at this flank, as you can see, there is another unit of Norskan warhounds. But at this flank, Empire puts a lot of pistoliers. I've got 4 of them, and 1 musketeer outriders with grenade launcher. So this is going to be my main force to deal with the infantry and some hounds, of course. Another surprise that is set here is 2 Demigreaves with halberds, with a mage for some healing to these elite troops. It's a must-have, I think. If you go Demigreaves, you need some heal just to make it worth it. So the idea behind it is just to realize that Empire is going to have a bad time against quite superior berserker units. So we just get pistoliers and kite them, and we just shoot them on their approach to the main army. So as you can see at this point, Sarmatian, he realized that he should push as fast as possible forward, so he's going double march. And I'm trying to support his morale with some shooting, let's say like that. So some grenade launchers coming. And as an army, I've got flagellants, 4 of them, with the Regiment Sereno version from behind. It's quite awesome unit for its price, I gotta say, like 875, and you got an insane amount of hit points, and they will never break. Quite reasonable stats as well. So here is Sterling Revenge, just to support the infantry, and should pick up some valuable targets with their armor-piercing bullets. And they're quite good in melee, so they are able to hold for a while. And I only got 1 spearman unit, because, well, I was like, if he's going to bring some mammoth, I'm probably doomed anyway. Or I'm gonna use some Sterling Revenge, 1 spearman, and 2 Demigreaves. That's gonna be enough. So my main idea was probably be fighting infantry and thin rears and werewolves. And that's actually what is happening now. So pistoliers, they're able to deal quite a lot of damage. And as you can see now, Warhounds, Norskan Ice Wolves, with their general, they're moving to the left flank, and one of the flagellants, he breaks the formation and moves forward just to destroy these damaged spearmen marauders. And actually they are going to be able to hold for quite a while here, and it's going to be enough to deal even more damage. This is a distraction. So as you can see, marauder berserkers, they are damaged quite much because no shields. They are superior in melee combat, but well, this is a bullet guy, you know, like next time you gotta bring some shield or armor or wherever. Yes, sometimes you do pistoliers since the recent patches. And as you can see, there is this clash of flagellants. They get overwhelmed with some Norseman ice wolves, but he knows that he has to pull them over from there. And the guy that I brought is a witch hunter. I did intend to bring 2 of them, I only got 1. And that's quite enough. Just damage Marauder Chieftain from time to time. And he's quite good to shoot on some skin tools or any armor units as well. So here, the line of berserkers, they're approaching to the main front line of flagellants, but the damage that they got is just a little bit too much, so they start running before they even engaged. But other 2 units, they got quite good situation when they can get engaged. But I moved my General of Empire forward, not to let berserkers charge into my infantry, which is going to be quite good exchange for berserkers. Of course, they are going to win cost to cost. So I'm sending my general just to let these infantry units surround him, and let my skirmishers and projectiles to damage as much as possible, and then use flagellants to move them forward. Here you can see that Demigryph's knights, they're dueling with some Thimir warriors. At some point he let his Thimir warriors push forward, so I used this chance to send 1 of my Demigryph knights. I didn't want to use 2 of them, that would be a waste. I let 1 of those to be staying on another flank, and actually that idea wasn't as good as that first mentioned one. So here they got just surrounded. They helped flagellants to fight for a while, but most of the flagellants got wiped out, and these supporting Demigryph Knights units, they're just running in total terror, and too many werewolves. That's a quite formidable force to deal with. So here how it comes. So left flank is quite lost for me, but fortunately there is a witch hunter here that is going to hold for quite a while. He is single entity unit, which means that he's going not to take too much damage, and it's going to take some time for them to assassinate him, let's say. So this time means that I'm going to be able to bring some firepower on the field, and the General of Empire here, he's doing quite well against some armored units. As berserkers, it wouldn't be as good as against some armor-piercing units, of course, and now the Thimir warriors are coming, which is actually quite scary for the general, but with all the support, hopefully he's going to be able to hold long enough to let our skirmishers and projectiles deal not a lot of damage. Well, this is how it goes.
Move out!
So the reserves consist of 1 spearman and 1 regiment of Rhino flagellants. Another flagellant is pushing forward just to help the general to stay alive, because now Thimir warriors, they're dealing just too much of damage. And this is the time to let your flagellants, your elite regiments of Rhino flagellants, to show what they can, because the amount of the units of the model on this unit is just insane. It's about 90, and their damage high, it's all armor piercing, so DPS is quite insane, my friends. 你们就知道我的意思是不是，朋友们？所以我们看一下。
Moving now!
Yes, you don't need to move, you just shoot the fuckers.
It will be done!
And this is what happens now. So at some point there was just too much of firepower on the field, and sending 1 infantry unit forward to stop the approaching armies, and general forward just do the same. Sometimes picking his valuable targets like Thimir Warriors with Demigreaves, healing those. It's quite enough just to not to let some rush based races to overwhelm you with their numbers and pure power. So quite important to use these pistoliers against unarmored units. They're awesome now, they're fun to use, and actually they're quite easy to use because you just put them on skirmish mode and then you pretend like you micro them. Oh, I love this stuff, my friends. Okay, so if you want to see more videos about multiplayer, or you'd like to see some special matchup that you're interested in, maybe some special army composition that you think is quite shitty at this moment, just let me know in the comment section. I'll be very happy to do this, my friends. Subscribe and бай-бай, всем пока и спасибо, это был Morgengrat.